say I walk on water, some say I levitate.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Spread out and scatter.
Yo, 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 this is Wigginz representing the Come Correct crew. You are tuned into the Rum and Bass Show. Get lost.
Welcome to the Rum and Bass Show, where we will explore the world of electronic dance music, the culture, and the people behind it all.
Drink, music, culture.
Rum and Bass.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Rum and Bass Show. I am your host, Freelix. Beside me, as always, is the very lovely She Said Steez.
What's going on?
What's going on, guys? So today we got a very special guest coming in. I've known this man for quite a while. He was actually knee-deep in the drum and bass scene before I even touched a pair of turntables. Then he kind of disappeared, but now he's coming back making some waves. So I want to introduce to you guys the one and only Mr. Matt Wigginz.
Hello, 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 everybody listening.
How's it going, man?
And I'm right beside my lovely girlfriend, a.k.a. Andy Mitz Fowler. Say hello, my dear.
Woot woot. Yeah, so how's your week, man? What's going on?
Oh, not too shabby. Just living the dream. We got a big show coming up. Well, coming up this Saturday. One of the best jungle shows, I should say, in all of Calgary in the past probably 10 years. Having MC Fearless come in alongside Kenny Ken and Jumping Jack Frost is pretty massive. You know, a lot of listeners won't know who Jumping Jack Frost is, but holy shit, he destroys the decks, and he's been around the block. So yeah, things are going really, really well.
Wow, sounds pretty interesting, man. Cool. Like, just way to come drop that bomb right there. You're like, by the way, epic coming down right now. At least 10 years.
Things are picking up, yes.
Things are picking
they
up,
are.
yeah, man. So so things are good with you then, right?
Yes, they're going really well.
Cool, man. So basically, I guess where we want to know is, where did it all start for you there, Matt?
You probably have known me longer than most that know me in the scene now. It all began when I was 15 years old. The first fucking show I ever saw was Aphrodite at Rollerland when I was 15 years old. It was an all-night rave, and no word of a lie, that was the first show I ever saw, so that is a big reason why I've been a big part of drum and bass since day one. Seeing that kid when I was a really, really young kid, because everybody looks at Aphrodite like a 50-year-old old man who's still killing it. Well, I saw that guy when he was about almost pushing 40, which is a big deal. So that really got me hooked on right away, yeah. So the second I started getting in the rave scene, I was introduced to drum and bass right from the beginning. Good job, Andy. Andy just dropped a flyer, by the way.
No, the studio ghost. We got a ghost in the studio. Just likes to come and pull
Yeah, we'll
flyers
just blame it
off
on
the
that
wall.
ghost.
Someone else joined.
Cool. So did you have like a musical background before you got into it, or you just saw Buddy drop on the ones and twos and was like, oh my god, my future?
That's actually a really good question. Before I got into the actual electronica music scene, I got my first guitar when I was about 9 years old from my father. So growing up from grade 7 to 8 to 9, I was in a silly little band, like most kids would be, playing guitar, and you have a friend who plays drums and a friend who plays bass. So sure enough, I was rinsing out friggin' Blink 182 with my buddies on the guitar growing up. And yeah, after the grade 8 talent show, playing Blink 182 about 3 to 4 weeks after that, after graduating grade 8, going into grade 9 is when I went to see Aphrodite at Rollerland. And that changed my whole aspect on music. I still love the guitar, I still love that punk rock scene, but that's when I knew that's where my heart lay.
That was your crossover, right?
Oh, definitely, 100%.
So drum and bass is your preferred style?
It was. Well, I was a big hard house guy, I'm not going to lie. When I did hear Aphrodite at the beginning, but after that, I went to Max Ballerina and heard Lisa Lashes and Ann Savage. And, so yeah, I did like that first show I went to with Aphrodite, but after I heard that, I was like, hard house and trance is where I'm going to live. And like Carl Cox said, though, it's very well put. Everybody starts in the generic EDM scene, and they branch off to their certain genre of what they love and know where they belong. And that's when I knew, after a couple of years in that scene, it got to the point where I'd go to those weekly Max Bell raves, but I would be outside listening to the drum and bass. and I knew that's what I loved, and that's where I wanted to be.
Okay, because yeah, there's actually that whole EDM controversy right now. You know, like when I started, EDM was like underground rave. You know,
Exactly.
DJ Dean kind of stuff is it's what I grew up on. Like
Yeah,
you
for
was
sure,
really,
man.
hard house, hard trance, like the gateway drug for DJs.
Same,
Basically.
same thing. Yeah, exactly.
But oh, I lost my train of thought on that.
Shit's deep.
I know, right? I just go so far back. I'm like memories flying into my head.
See, and that's the thing about us, right? We've been there, done that. When it comes to the YYC rave scene and music scene, like we've been there. We've loved every genre, and we've branched off to what we love to do, and that's the sweet part about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the EDM thing. That's how everybody's complaining that EDM's taking over. You know?
Exactly.
Like, a lot of people have that negative connotation with it, that it's taking away from the scene, or it's not what it is because it's being flooded with garbage. But yeah, like you quoted Carl Cox, I firmly believe that. Sure, it's you come in, you check it out, you find some stuff you like, you start to kind of branch out. Yeah, you get more evolved in your taste.
Exactly. That you just put it a lot better than I did because of these rums.
Then it's working.
But yeah, no, exactly, and that's what makes the most sense. Like, there's a lot of kids out there, like, when it comes to EDM now, you could look at Tiesto and stuff back when we were growing up. That was the EDM. That was what everybody loved, and that's what everybody branched off from. Nowadays, EDM is those, I hate to say it, but button pushers like Aoki, and those are what the 18-year-old kids love. And don't get me wrong, they're making millions of dollars, and
Someone had to
millions
do
of
it.
people are, yeah, someone had to do it.
Someone had to do it.
And you know what? Let those kids do their thing, because when we were at that age, we were listening to shit that most people our age now, we're probably looking at us saying, why are they listening to this crap?
Oh, it's
Like-
it's a generational thing, Like I see like brown jeans, skinny jeans, and the little toques and flannel, and I'm like, what? And they'll look at me like, oh my god, you're wearing a skater hat and a hoodie. Who the fuck does that?
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, I'm
Exactly.
old balls now.
Yeah.
So
And that's the thing. We are considered that in this day and age.
I'm kicking and screaming through that. I'm going through a quarter life crisis right now.
When I look at my 21-year-old cousin and say, yeah, Steve Aoki sucks, they'll look at me and be like, you're an idiot. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, see,
To each their own, though, and they will grow to realize, they'll branch off. They will. Everybody does.
It's evolutionary, Like when I started, I was all like 140 BPM,
Exactly.
fist pumping, just going, and like.
Green pants,
Yeah, oh, the big baggy pants, yeah, furry. I had the white
candy
gloves.
up to your fucking elbows.
The white gloves doing the little liquid in the corner.
Yeah.
You're running through a forest. Wham!
Couldn't have put it better myself. Exactly.
That shit's still going on. I saw that in Los Angeles just like a year ago.
Really, like
Yeah.
the running through the
Yeah.
forest raver.
Like
for
all the
sure.
gloves going off in the corner with and it was all ages.
See, that's
So it
that's
was
'cause-
actually like 12 to
Oh,
15-year-olds in there.
Just like when
and it was a
raves
Hello
still
Kitty
existed
party,
here.
so they're bumping their like backpacks and soothers and glow sticks and everything. you
I'm
can
envious
imagine.
of that.
And shuffling, and I saw the craziest dance moves. Like this chick would go down like a wheelbarrow on her hands, and the guy would grab her legs and shake her ass.
That is awesome. I was a candy raver in those days. All the
This was only
candy
like a
ravers
year
existed.
ago, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it's still happening. It's just Los Angeles, man.
Well, then I'm moving to LA. I'm getting back into the EDM scene and rinsing out those girls. They sound like a ton of fun. Just kidding, babe. Sorry.
You see their moms like dropping them off. Bye.
Yeah.
Hello Kitty party.
Oh, that's great. The good old days, for sure. We all had them, and that's sweet that we all got to experience that time in Calgary. Because nowadays, yeah, good luck seeing a 7 a.m. rave at Maxwell Arena in the YYC.
No, there's no way. And unfortunately, like, all we had left after that was the warehouse. And once that place
Exactly.
closed, the scene just kind of faltered.
There's been
It
too
did.
many restrictions.
It was gone. It was gone. It was absolutely gone. It was absolute shit. And still, people started growing up in that scene and were able to start branching off into the nightclubs. I think that's what.
Well, see, but the problem with that is that branching out. We used to have this community where everybody would meet every couple of months and have a huge, massive at Maxwell. Like 4, 5, 6, 10,000 people sometimes
Exactly.
just going. And once we lost all of our venues, like everybody branched out to their, like, each club playing a different kind of genre, and it really segregated everybody, you know, because it was like this place was the only place playing breaks, and, you know, over here they're only playing deep house, and it's like, no, we're only rinsing over here, you know, so that did a lot of harm to us, you know, and that's what I'm noticing. The more I look into this and we delve into this project is how disconnected yet connected the scene is.
Yeah.
You know, everybody knows everybody, but everybody seems to be not working together. It's like stepping on each other, not intentionally, but, you know, it's just everybody's fighting for that little piece.
Sometimes intentionally.
Yeah. Oh, well, but that's with any
But those
kind
are the assholes that you want to filter out of the scene in general, or the assholes trying to battle for that. Because at the end of the day, we got to look at the big picture. We're all in it for one thing. We're trying to make a name for ourselves. We're trying to play the music we love, and we're trying to just make people happy doing what we love to do. And it's hard to do that when there is that. Like, back in the day, you could go to Max Bell and you'll have Lisa Lashes on the main stage. And then, like, old school people like Vinyl Fix playing drum and bass, local awesome drum and bass artists, by the way, is like playing outside, and you'd have everybody together. Yeah, like
DJ out in the smoke pit.
Yeah,
just
DJ, I'm in the goddamn smoke pit, and you know that place will be packed. Lashes will be packed, and people would be intertwining. Like, oh, I'll go listen to drum and bass for 20 minutes. I'll go listen to some hard house for 20 minutes. That doesn't exist anymore. But the good thing about it all, though, is it's actually on the uprise when it comes to the scene. Like, the drum and bass scene is massive in Calgary right now compared to before. Same with a lot of like the house scene. Like, it's getting better.
It's getting better.
It slowly is. But I agree with you. There was a shitty part.
Yeah, but like you said, the bass scene in Calgary, like Calgary is kind of becoming known for its, you know, its bass music scene. Like drum and bass for on 3D&B, you know, the Come Correct crew. You guys starting to do some pretty big stuff. Well, like the show you announced there, you know, like come and dropping the hammer of shows down, you know. But like even the dubstep, like at one point dubstep kind of started to die down now, but like at one point we were just like bro step capital here.
Oh, for sure. I couldn't agree with you more. You were so right. And you know what? I was a big dubstep hater, and I was being a douchey asshole about it. I'm not gonna lie. And I went to that Truth show, and it actually wasn't bad. It was actually real music, real people playing the music they love, and it made me realize I was being a bit too big of a hater on certain genres, which is, you know what, a lot of people get to that point after 10, 12, 15 years in the scene.
The jaded DJ syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. I had that so hard, and it made me realize
that's a career crippling disease.
Exactly, it's not worth it. Exactly.
No, but it almost happens to everybody. Like I found once I stopped DJing because I became a little bit of a hater, and in some aspects, you know, just bad promotion, whatever kind of things going on. I started to focus, you know, I'm going to start doing edits, and I got into production, and then I got really self-involved, you know, and it really detached myself from the scene. And I've been, you know, I've kind of disappeared for about the past 3-4 years and just kind of been an introvert working on my music. Yeah. And then now that I'm coming back out, it's just like things have changed, you know, drastically. And I've even noticed myself, you know, like instead of looking at myself, you know, I want to start looking at all these other people because I'm noticing how much it's changing, how much there's so much out there to offer, you know, and thus kind of sparked the project that we are here.
Exactly, and that kind of proves that there's no point in hating anything because there's opportunities around every corner.
Well, yeah, and
don't hate on that corner. You can turn around and actually make something of it.
Well, and just everybody knows everybody now, you know. But it's I think everybody needs to start making that extra step in, not just knowing them, but actually communicating or, you know, making contact. And I find we're losing that, you know, with Facebook messages, text messages. Like, who the fuck checks their voicemail anymore? Yeah. You know, I don't even know what my fucking message says, you know. It probably says
my grandpa texts. Like, he doesn't even check his goddamn voicemail anymore. So yeah, who does? That's a very good point.
But it is. It's like you send your friend a message, you know, and you don't get no reply, and then, you know, next thing you know, you got 20 fucking invites to play Farmville and Candy Crush from the fucking guy. Yeah. And you're like, what the hell, you know?
This is ridiculous.
Oh,
I'm not happy with the situation of Facebook right now.
Oh, no. It's taking over our lives.
It is. It really is.
Devil's advocate in a positive way, though, it's amazing for promotion. Like now, gone are the days of having to be discovered. You know, having some guy come on and be like, hey, I like you, kid. Here, come with me. We're going to make some money. Here, you know? That doesn't happen anymore. Now, you know, you don't need to be on the radio stations. You don't need to be on a fucking talk show. You know, you can make a good-ass song, make an edit, make a goofy-ass video about your girlfriend for all I fucking care, and you're still gonna get millions upon millions views from Korea, from everywhere, you know, all over the globe.
That's so true.
And that's power at its finest, man. That's insane. But because we have so much, it's like without, you know, with great power comes great responsibility to not be a tool.
Yeah. And that's where people fuck up.
Oh, because
they become tools.
The internet gives everybody a voice, but not everything should be heard.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you don't have to take a test to like say something on somebody's anything, you know, post, comment, artwork, you know, and then thus was the troll, you know.
Yeah,
now we're in the age of people, you know, sitting behind their computer desk for 8 hours just being like, you suck, you know, downvote,
You know, I'm sure we've all been there too. We've all like woken up in the morning and been like, why was I that retarded douchebag? And like, it's true, it happens to all of us. Why was that stupid troll that said a disrespectful thing on a simple post that someone put on Facebook, and then I make this stupid comment and I'm the asshole? Well, in reality, you kind of are the asshole, but at the end of the day, I've gotten to the point where I look at social media like a big joke, and it's all fun and games.
Oh,
it has gotten to that point.
It is. It's like it's almost like CNN in a sense. Like all the crazy stories coming up, you're like, I don't want to see this. I'm like, oh my god,
Exactly, yeah.
Bingo.
But it's like it's no more thoughts anymore. It's like, hey, look at this weird thing I found from this other guy. I found this thing. You know, read it, and then you forget the fucking thing you just read 30 seconds later because you're looking at a cute little kitty.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, you're not retaining any information. It's just coming in and out, you know? You're not like a sponge where you retain it. You're more just like a conduit where it comes through and you check it. You're like, oh, that's real. Okay, bye, next.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Your brain only has so much room for so much information.
Have you ever had where somebody like showed you a really old video and it's like new to them, and you're like, holy shit, that's like, I'm way past that.
See,
you know they're just getting into it, right? You're like, oh,
you'll watch
here we go.
exactly.
Wait till you find this shit.
You'll watch a buddy post a video, and it's like, yo, I saw that like 2 weeks ago. What the hell are you doing? Back in the day, it'd be like, we would all see it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's the way it works.
Oh my god, my dad showed me 2 Girls in 1 Cup at Christmas at my dinner table, like shit like that, where it's like, Dad,
I have to
my
be
god,
your father. Sounds like a great man. That's amazing.
No, but I've had people like, I don't know, if say the very first YouTube videos I ever saw of the cats. You know, all the cat videos.
I think
I've had,
Yeah, cat on keyboard.
Like
and
my
all
mom
that
is
good
now
stuff.
like, oh, look at this. I'm like, oh, Mom. Where are you going to be in like 10 years?
Yeah, I know, right?
You're going to get bored just like we did.
I don't know, man. There's always new stuff because, like, human nature now is so willing to fucking videotape ourselves doing the dumbest shit.
I know.
You know, it's like, there's a videotape on? Sweet. Watch me set my arm on fire. You know, did you get that? Yeah, you got to the hospital? No, just post it. We'll be fine. You know,
The more technologically advanced we get, the more ridiculous people get. That's how I've looked at it. From the Jackass days at 2001.
Well, yeah,
And I was, oh my god, that's the craziest shit. Now everybody's posting that every second of every day.
Steve-O's doing yoga and shit like that.
Yeah, because Steve-O's doing yoga and there's a whole new 18 million Steve-O's. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy what you can do with the click of a button.
How many there is.
Oh, me too.
Somebody grab some ice.
Perfect. I could never even imagine, like, counting the amount of Jackass episodes there are, and then they disappeared. And then suddenly they come back, and it's like, oh yeah, it's awesome, they're back. And then, like, literally seeing people, like, shit out of volcanoes onto themselves. Like, it literally had to get to the point where they were like, we gotta go balls to the wall. Like,
Well, yeah, they have
because
to
there's
outdo
so many
everything.
people.
They gotta
Like,
outdo it
in
every
between,
time.
like, I swear to God, in between every Jackass movie, there's 6 months of people doing way crazier shit than you'll see in any Jackass movie. And that's a simple free click of the YouTube button. Yeah. So.
On our CNN.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, bad news.
What? We're out of ice?
The ice still isn't frozen completely from the first
That's
time.
okay. I love that rum so much, I'll drink it raw dog.
It's not bad. I've never tried it before.
Really? It's my pops used to drink it all the time.
It had
I
a
loved
fucking
it.
trident on it, and I thought it said Hellback, and I was like, Hellback spiced rum? Fuck yeah! And then I got it home and it said Shellback, which is still kind of cool.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still got...
little disappointed.
Yeah, like,
Just a little disappointed.
what's cooler than fucking Hellback rum?
Yeah, Hellback rum.
Hellback.
There should have been a dirty girl bending over with a tramp stamp right above her booty. Hellback rum. Trust me, you want it. Even though your mind says no, your body's saying yeah.
Shut up as you're punching your crotch.
You won't need no trident on any label to buy that. I still like it though.
Okay, so you touched, you called out Steve Aoki, you call him a button pusher. Which, he is.
Yeah.
I'm not defending the guy, but that brings up a topic I wanted to touch base with. Is the analog versus digital battle right now, you know?
That's a very, very good question.
Because I want to get everybody's take on that, because it's like vinyl went away, digital came, and now like vinyl's coming back, and
seriously, that is probably one of the best questions you could ask any DJ, producer, anybody in general that has a sense of what they're talking about. Analog is my favorite. I grew up 15 years old when I got my first set of Tech 12s from my mom. I would go to Phonics on 17th Avenue every goddamn day after school. I would get $10 a day to buy lunch. I would buy a little fiver of herb. I would smoke a fat joint, and I would save that other $5 up for the week to buy a really dope record or EP at Phonics. And so analog is what I grew up with, but I am not gonna lie, I am getting into the digital mode hard. When it comes to Andy, my girlfriend, she got me hooked on the digital side of things. And even a lot of the old school guys like Darren Dublick, who's a part of Come Correct, and Lilico, like you'll see them turning to digital as well. But I still love my analog. I do. And when it comes to mixers, like Rain analog mixers are unbelievable. They're some of the best you can buy. They really, really are. But at the end of the day, I am switching over to the digital, but analog will always be my baby.
Okay, so let's put it this way. You're at home, you're chilling out on a Friday night, you want to rent some records, you're going turntables.
Yes.
Yeah, with Serato, because you can't find vinyl anymore.
No, yeah, no, you can't.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no such thing as like I used to. Back in the day, my dad used to work in London, England. So I did several trips with him from about 16 to 21 years old when I was big into the drum and bass, huge into it. So he would be working for a week, and I used to walk around England and go to small record shops. So I've got some very, very exclusive records that I found throughout England through my years of going there through my pops. And I still would love to be able to go to a club and be able to rinse those, but the thing is, you've got to be on top of your game. You got to have the newest tunes, the newest everything. It's hard to sell out a crowd when I'm saying I'm going to play an old school vinyl jungle set from 1998 to 2002. It won't attract an audience.
That's very true.
It is.
It will attract audiences like us,
100%.
but
Yeah, but like the old schools will be but maybe it's at the point where like the new kids are like, oh, this shit's so fresh because they've never heard it.
that's very
Like,
true.
I find one of my biggest problems as a DJ is like I never play the same songs in a set when I go out. It's always new songs all the time.
That's why you're a good DJ.
But I also lack that because I lose that connection to a really good song. I'll be like, oh, this is a really good song. I'll put you in my awesome folder. And then throughout the pursuit of trying to get new tunes for the new gigs, I completely fucking forget about that tune. When, it's like, fuck, some of those tunes should be played at every goddamn set I play. That's a good tune. Yeah. But because of that, and I think because it's an MP3 and not an actual record, you don't have that physical association because it's like, fuck you, I can go download 20 more of you in half an hour. Exactly. We're good, because like, yeah, I used to dig. I bought my first record, 20,000 Hardcore Members. At Phonics.
Nice.
It was my first record I ever bought. Yeah, and I took that over to my mentor's house because he had turntables. And he's like, yo, go buy a record if you want to learn. And I came over with that, and I was like, let's do this. That was my beginning to my DJing career. Was that fucking record from Phonics.
That is so dope.
But
yeah.
I don't have that connection to a lot of tunes anymore.
Well, digital
Exactly.
is so disposable, right?
It is. It is
You
so
buy it?
disposable.
Sorry.
No, don't. Why are you sorry? You're allowed to talk.
Yeah, by all means. Yeah,
You're allowed to talk whatever you
you-
want.
well, you mean
This
you
ain't
go
no the fucking
I was
50s
just
where you
gonna
talk
say.
and I slap you to shut up.
You spend $25 on a piece of vinyl. You have a hard copy in front of you. You take so much pride in that piece of vinyl. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And
You buy a $1.99 track. You play it once or twice, and it's gone into an old folder.
you won't even find it on your fucking computer
Yeah, you
anymore.
don't even remember the name.
And that's part of the reason why I gave up DJing and went into producing, because once everything became so I want to attainable. There's the word I'm looking for. You know, everybody had the same songs. You know, back when I used to carry a record bag, well, actually like an old Coleman cooler that had a strap on and I could put my records in. You know, when I showed up to a house party, there was a good chance I was the only guy with those tunes. I might meet somebody who had like maybe the same generic tidy track tune I did. You know,
Yeah.
But it was like you would show up and be like, okay, now I'm a style. When I play, I'm a whole style. It's not just like, oh, I hope he plays that song I like, or like I've heard this song before. You know, it's like you were branded by the records you had.
Exactly.
And once everybody started having the same shit, there was the individual definition started fading, and you stopped becoming valuable. Because why pay you $100 to do a show when there's 20 bedroom DJs who all have 1,000 tracks who'll do it for free? And I hung up my hat and I walked into my little room here and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna play until I'm playing my own tunes.
Good for you.
And
That's what I like to hear.
That's the point I'm at right now.
Yeah, and that's what makes you a good person, a good DJ, and that's why I have respect for you, Chris, is because there's lots of people. The only reason I'm not at that point is because I took a 4-year hiatus when I was going to college and
I
shit.
wanted to touch on why you disappeared. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
I disappeared. The main reason is the girlfriend I was dating when I was kind of into the drum bass scene. We kind of had a falling out, and we were dating for like 2.5 years. So yeah. I'm not gonna say the fucking name.
Please, no names.
Yeah,
please,
no name. No names
we'll
allowed.
call her
Yeah.
Queen
Home sl-
Elizabeth III.
Yeah. Yo, she was awesome. Queen Elizabeth III. Oh, so money. Anyways, yeah. So when we had a falling out, I moved back home. Like I was pretty much staying with her for a while, and I was just like, you know what? Screw this. I was getting kind of heavy into the party scene when it came to all aspects of it. So I had to take a step back, went to college, got my CGA degree, all that good stuff. And then one day, Chris Lillico, one of the head honchos of Come Correct, messaged me after literally 4 years of not DJing. He's like, I'm having a DJ comp. We need a new Come Correct DJ. This is about 7 months ago.
I was going to say, yeah, it's this year, because, you
Yeah,
just popped
it was
up out of
quite recent.
nowhere.
So I was like, you know what, man? I miss playing. I'm going to come out, and I'm going to rinse out. Sure enough, boom. He was like, yeah, you killed it. You're on. By the way, you're a part of Come Correct, and now you're going to be DJing a lot more. I'm like, I'm stoked. Sure enough, the first friggin' month I'm with them, I'm just like, this crew is awesome. I'm with a guy that I've known for years and years who I respect. So that guy, like, made me love reggae, jungle, and drum and bass. The genre that I still prefer to this day. A long time ago. So I've got a lot of respect for the man, let alone I get to be a part of his crew and help him do the things that he wants to do in this city. And at the end of the day, he is a great guy. Like he's absolutely killing it for the year and a few months of Come Correct. He's destroying it.
So yeah, do you want to touch base and what is Come Correct for those who don't know?
Come Correct literally is a crew of quite a few people. I would say the head honchos have Come Correct. I'm going to start with this. It's Ed Nizam. It is Darren Dublick. It is Chris Guru Lillico. And it is Scott Boone. Those 4 dudes literally brought something up into this world when it came to the reggae, the dubby, the jungle-y side of things. Because there's nothing like that in Calgary. Don't get 403 D&B, killing it on the D&B scene. But they really didn't dig into that aspect of things. And I'm boys with every part of every guy in 403 D&B. I love them to death. Straight up, if it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be lots of other aspects in this city. But yeah, so what happened is literally those guys brought this aspect of music that is so different from anything in Calgary. Like, if you go to Unity Sound Saturdays, you're listening to some of the best reggae, hip-hop, from some of the best local DJs around. And it's a local thing we have, and they've had it for almost a year now. It's amazing to have something like Broken City, such a legendary bar itself, and getting a residency there on Saturdays during the day is like that's people's comfort. I know so many people that will go there and say, this is where I feel like I belong on Saturdays. This is where I want to stay every goddamn Saturday.
So that's what you guys are doing every Saturday? It's Come Crack down at Broken City?
Unity Sound, yeah, Unity Sound Saturdays every day. We got an amazing chef, Uda. I'm sure everybody's heard of Uda. He's an amazing reggae MC, and he's one of the best goddamn chefs I've ever eaten food from. He's retardedly good. And yeah, he comes down and rinses out a bunch of jerk chicken, and we play good reggae tunes and hip hop all day, and it's money.
So what time does it start at?
It's from 3 to 8 p.m.
Is there cover charge?
Nope, nothing at all.
Ooh yeah. That's what I like.
Happy hour from 2 to 7. So it's money.
Nice. So
yeah, it's great. We got board games. Like, for Christ's sake, you walk down there and there's 20 board games on a table and you just choose one.
No way.
Go sit at a fucking table with your friends and play some board games and drink some fucking $5 beers.
Saturday.
Boom. Money.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm doing
every Saturday. Yeah,
I'll play
exactly,
some snakes and ladders and get shit-faced.
Come rinse out before the show on Saturday this week.
Yeah,
sure.
Well, I think we'll definitely have to stop by.
Definitely, you guys should. It's money. Good crew, good crowd. And great tunes. Like, Lilico plays, Boone, we all play. Yeah, I haven't yet because I suck at playing good reggae. Well, it's hard to trump Lilico, who's got who's got the 45 of Amen Brothers, Amen Brothers.
The original Amen
He's got
Break,
the original 45. That man is legit.
Nice.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right. So what's currently on your iPod? What would you say you're listening to on the way here?
Oh, that is a fantastic question. I am big into the jump up right now. I've been fiending on it so hard, and it stems a lot from my good buddy Big Worm, Curtis Worm, from 403 DMB, one of the head honchos. He's become a really good buddy of mine in a short time, and I've got a lot of respect for that dude. I have. The first time I met him, I was 18 years old or 18 or 19. And it was at Quincy's or something like that. And my buddy Nick Silver was like, hey, this is my buddy Big Worm. You've heard of him. I was like, I love you. And Worm literally looked at me. He's like, that's awkward. He's like, nice to meet you too. And that was the end of our conversation. Several years later, we became good friends the past several months, which is sweet. Yeah, he's good shit. Yeah, I'm big into the jump up, but I swear to God, my favorite track and what I play consistently on my iPod alone is Break Teardown. Nice. It is my favorite tune by far.
Who's the artist? Okay.
Break.
Oh, the artist is Break? Okay.
Yeah. Break and TB. I swear, I'm a big old school TB. So I've been rinsing a lot of that and a lot of metalheads. Everything. Like Metalheads Volume 4, lots of Metalheads on my iPod for sure. And then, of course, I have thousands of reggae jungle tracks. Lion Dub, though, is my number one. Yeah. That's what I'm rinsing the most on my iPod, is Lion Dub. Anything Lion Dub touches, to me, is gold. I love anything Lion Dub.
Okay, what's your guilty pleasure track?
Oh, shit.
Since we're touching the heartstrings and Madden's music here.
That Abel remix.
What's your...
That Abel remix.
What Abel remix? Dark Hate. Oh, no. My guilty pleasure track.
Old school guilty pleasure that you dance to in your underwear, no one's watching.
Hit Me Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. I'm not going to lie. I love that tune. I love that video. I rinse it all the time. I listen to that song at least once a week. It is so money, and I swear to God, that video is perfect.
Okay, I got to tell you something.
That is my...
kind of bad. I won a lookalike contest doing that song.
I could totally see that. Yo, I could see that go down for sure.
So my friend's mom put me in the draw, and she's like, "You're gonna win, I know it." And I'm like, "Oh fuck, I gotta show up now."
I'm fucking surprised you didn't win.
I did win.
You did win.
Yeah,
okay, good. That makes perfect sense.
$150, and it's kind of a weird story because I bought these tiger pants, but I didn't get to try them on. And
I would have spent that $150 on shaving Britney Spears'
You had to buy. It was like more like money inside the store, like at the Bay.
Oh, you got a
Get
credit
cash.
at the
Yeah, you got
That's
credit
awesome.
at the Bay. So I ended up buying these tiger pants, but it gave me such a bubble butt. I got such a booty. It gave me a real big bubble butt.
Nice.
So I tried
That's great.
sewing an ass crack in them. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't work. So all that went for nothing.
That is the best thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. You sewed it
Random, I know.
At least you tried.
I kept working with it, but
That's
there was
funny.
a girl in a full red suit. I don't know where she got it. It was like a onesie. You know I'm all about onesies because I'm
I can
one
tell.
right
That's
now.
the dopest onesie I've ever
She's
seen.
worn a new onesie to every episode we've recorded.
Really?
That's her thing. Her thing is onesies. Yeah.
See, that looks like a custom onesie. I couldn't see another girl walking down the street with a dope ass onesie like that.
I think she
No way
she
in
has
hell.
matching socks too, I believe.
Well, they're just colorful.
No, they're just colorful socks.
Those will
I couldn't help
do.
to think how outrageous I look sitting here in this thing, but I don't know. I just love it. I've been doing it since I was like 8, so.
Perfect. One day that'll be
Take one
me.
away from me, actually.
I was a hater on those until I put one on shit-faced at her house.
Oh yeah, you cannot be a hater of the onesie.
No, I was like, why am I hating on these? No wonder all the pretty
It's not a
ladies
fucking
wear these.
snuggie.
Yo, no kid. Yeah, yeah. It ain't no garbage like that.
It's the fucking snuggie.
Yeah.
Like, the white man's poncho.
That's all I asked for Christmas. I was like, yo, just get me onesies, guys. I asked
I
my
asked
mom,
you too.
everybody, just get me a onesie. I'm gonna have like 18 onesies for
Multiple-
Christmas. It'll be
multiple
dope.
fucking
That's all I'm
onesies.
gonna get.
Oh
Onesies.
my god, you're gonna have to post pictures in those.
Oh, I will. Put them all on at once, and then take a video and slowly strip down
layer
one
by
layer by layer, onesie by onesie.
My girlfriend and I, we were like going to the UK, and we had way too much in our bags to go move to Malta, and we tried wearing all our clothes.
How did that go?
We were like, yeah, we couldn't move. We were literally like falling over, like just like big fat people that couldn't, you know, just like
Big fat
sorry,
people.
like snowmen, yeah.
You're the
It's
little
like,
kid in the
once you fell, you
snowsuits.
couldn't get back up. And I'm like,
That's
this ain't gonna
perfect.
work.
That's funny.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to know, are you on SoundCloud?
Yes. Wigginz
Wigginz.
with 3 Z's. Yes. I'm like I said, I've only been back in the scene for several months, so I've only got a couple mixes out there. Like this good man posted today. That's my newest disgusting before Halloween mix.
Honestly, saved a couple people's lives. That mix did.
I'm glad.
Yeah, road rage was ensuing, and I was like, you know what? Just play music, just put it on. I'm just like, bow, 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 banging on the steering wheel, like, woo! Don't care. I haven't gone anywhere for half an hour.
I definitely went outside my element on that one. And
It was.
just played
I
some-
really dug that
It's,
one, man.
yeah, I just had some fun with it. Just like I'm the kind of guy when I record mixes, I don't like splicing. I play front to back. I'll fuck up 40 minutes in, screw it. I'm starting again. I'm that kind of guy. That one, I'm not gonna lie, I played half and then spliced the other half in. That's it. One splice. That's it. And
I'm admitting to one and one
yeah,
only.
one. That's it. That's it. That reggae mix before that was all in one, and the exclusive mix that I'm actually working on is dope. I've spent 2 days on getting the best reggae drum and bass tunes, the best double drops that you can do with reggae drum and bass, which isn't too fucking easy.
Nice. Well, we're
Yeah,
excited.
it'll be massive. I'm pretty. That's gonna be the mix that I'm gonna be the most proud of for sure since I started up again.
Yeah.
I'm stoked on it. Yeah.
We'll be getting that. That'll be a Rum and Bass exclusive from
Hell
the very
yeah.
lovely Wigginz here. I'm
Yes,
so
I will.
stoked.
I'm
I'm
excited
sure.
for this mix.
Yeah, it's gonna
dope.
be good.
I can't wait. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about upgrading everything, Ableton wise.
Oh yeah, no, I finally made the
Digging it?
transition. I did.
Yeah. Are you digging it or?
Well, yeah, because I switched over from PC to Mac.
Attaboy.
Unfortunately, I lost so many plugins in the
Yeah,
switchover.
that's
But
the
it was
shitty part.
it was actually really nice because it uncluttered it. You know, I was like I only had a select few, and then I was like I could focus on those.
It's like starting from scratch.
Well,
I like that.
but just-
like fresh, I should say.
More attention on the tools because I was before you know when you're young producing I was just like oh download this you know like oh this is free sweet I got 15 fucking VSCs I've never touched before
Yeah.
and because of that variety I don't spend as much time learning them You know, like I was just playing around with presets and stuff before. Like it took me a long time before I actually started getting into sound synthesis and actually like trying to develop a sound through the synthesizer, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I get myself all set up on this Ableton because I'm new to the Mac thing, and then Ableton 9 comes out, and I'm like, oh my god, right? But I just like, I was so heartbroken by how much shit got fucked up in the transfer from my Windows to my Mac, that I'm like, oh, I'm not upgrading my, to the new system because something might go wrong, and I've got like 15 projects I'm trying to finish, and if they don't open, like.
Yeah.
So it took me a long time to finally finish just what everything I was working on, to a point where I was like, okay, you know what? I need to make the jump, like we're gonna cross over here, and it worked. It did. There was without a hitch.
That's good.
It was really good.
Are we recording?
Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, I think you're good.
Me gotta check 1, 2, and a 1, 2 step. That's how you gotta. That's how you gotta check. That's how you gotta check it.
Pat. It's got my Pat filter.
Yeah, you know what? I was a Windows guy too, and I just bought the new MacBook Pro, and
it's so much nicer.
It's nice.
I know. I'm like an anti-Apple guy by far. Like phones, like Droid kicks ass in my opinion, and I hate Apple because of how like stupid they make you feel with your computer.
Dude,
like,
I can't stand my fucking iPhone, but
it's
those
like it's like here,
MacBooks.
it's so simple, I'm like, fuck, like I like to dick around with shit sometimes a little bit, but for processing power, like the MacBook Pro, man, wow,
it's money.
Blown away.
It really, you can pretty much do anything the fuck you want on it.
But I've noticed
you can watch hardcore porn while you're producing a track, and it'll do that just fine for you. And that's all I need in my life.
Spoken like a true expert. Well, I don't know about that, but you shared some damn conviction in those eyes. Just saying, it's a good idea, guys.
Hashtag good ideas.
I like that. So what else we got here?
Ask me anything.
Yeah.
Can we bring up the game thing, or
We got
tell
the
me?
game. Yeah, no, the game. I can't. You guys get to play the game. I can't tell you about the game. I'll tell you the game when the game comes. It's just a simple little game.
Yo, now you guys got me mad.
I wanted to like attach like shots to the game somehow, but I realized like I don't want to get everybody completely trashed.
Oh no, it's all good. She's my DD.
She came just in case. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, well maybe we will. Basically, there's 8 questions, and you either have to decide if one is. I'll give you a description of something, and you'll have to be like, is it this guy or is it that guy? And there's 8 questions, right? So it's like for everyone to get wrong, you have to do a shot. But it's like, I don't want you to have to end up doing 8 shots, and then the rest of our interview is, there's a bucket there at least, right?
Yo, perfect. That's great. Okay, well, how about we do this in about half an hour?
All right.
Okay, well,
perfect. We'll finish off the night with that.
I
like that idea.
The shot game. Okay, I like that.
Andy, the DG, not included. Right, police system. Right. It's all good. There won't be check stops waiting for you tonight.
Yeah, so how was the festival season? How did that treat you, sir?
It was really good, actually.
I want to hear some stories.
I'm very glad you brought that up. Because
I don't know how we didn't bring that up closer.
My good buddy Sterling Donnelly and Reese Anderson, both 403 D&B DJs, a.k.a. one of the Carbon Copy guys, a.k.a. Open End. That's his DJ. Yeah. He's actually out in Australia right now.
Nice.
He's actually rinsing it out. He played a show for Forward in Australia. He's rinsing out the radio stations. It's really good.
Dream, man.
Yeah, it's big ups for him. He's doing really well for himself. He actually helped out with the Village stage. He's doing really well.
At Shambhala.
Yeah, at Shambhala. Yeah,
Nice.
he's a part of the Village stage.
Okay.
Anyways, Motion Ocean was the first time I ever went. And Sterling and
this year?
Yeah, this year.
An amazing festival, my favorite.
So good, dude, and I've never been before. So these two guys were Sterling and Reese were a big part of building the Cabana stage. And no word of a lie,
Sick stage,
dude, it was such a well done stage, and seeing Scientific double dropping every goddamn tune in the world up to fucking Sub-Zero with the goddamn monitors 4 inches from his fucking ears, tied down by truck straps because they're fucking bouncing so hard, and just rinsing the best jump up set I've ever heard. With the crew that I was with, it was a beautiful weekend. And we went to Shambhala again. I love my Shambhala. I've been there several years.
Just too big.
It's too much for me now. It really is.
It is.
But no word of a lie, like, I was with Big Worm, this girl, Jams, like, up top for Andy C. Sunday night.
Oh.
It was seeing that guy triple
I was
dropping
there to see that.
on 3 texts, just rinsing vinyl. It was the most beautiful thing. We were all looking at each other like, yeah.
So was that your like pinnacle?
For sure. Him and Danny Bird slayed it too.
I'm gonna go with Whack It.
Whack It? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a gangster ass
I'm gonna go
motherfucker.
with
He's a
Pig
brilliant
Organs.
DJ. That
That's-
guy can, yeah.
that's-
Whack It's got skills.
Yeah.
So,
Right when Whack It stepped on,
Yeah, well.
changed my whole world for a couple hours. Yeah. It
And
was-
Hannah wants big ups to that girl. She is old school, and she was dropping some dope speed garage after Andy C at the Village on Sunday. We literally were walking back to our camp, and Jams was just like, "Yo, we're going to the pagoda to hear Hannah Wants." And we went there. I was like, "Who the fuck is this girl? I never heard of her before." I get there, and I'm like, "Oh my god, she's dropping dope speed garage, this and that." I go online the next day when I get home. It's like, wow, this girl's legit. Like, she's got
Do the
Ministry of
background
Sound.
check,
Yeah. Like, and it's embarrassing because I'm a big Speed Garage fan. Back in the day, oh, I loved my Speed Garage. And I never heard of her before. But yeah, she's legit and she's old school. And that was a beautiful way to finish off Shambhala. But I don't think I'll ever go there again. It's getting to the point. It's nothing against the festival. It's a phenomenal festival. It's just the money and the effort is getting to be too much.
Shambhala.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's,
Lineups too. Holy
lineups, yep.
fuck.
It's well, and now, like, is it not an 18+ event now?
It's 19 plus
Yeah,
because
like,
it's BC. Yeah.
You can't have kids there. I think that was
Exactly.
the most beautiful thing.
Dude.
I would wake up in the morning and I would go down main stage Emotion Ocean, and there'd be like some dude and his little kid with that, those
With like a
headphones.
couple dogs.
Those
like,
giant headphones
yeah.
on, and just rocking out. The sun's coming up, and I'm like, yes, I don't ever have to grow up. That's what I'm thinking. I see that, and I'm like, yes,
And that's why I seriously, no word of a lie, after going to Motion Ocean for the first time ever last year, that is the one festival in Western Canada I will consistently still go to. It was phenomenal.
Motion.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Mono was
Yeah,
amazing.
no, that's every year.
And of course, yeah,
Last
the
year was
403
really
D and BBQ will be always on the list.
never been to that yet.
You have to come. Next year you have to come.
Nice.
Big things on the rise.
Well, we
I
won't-
can't say anything, but big things on the rise for the 403 D&B guys.
We're going to be hitting up a lot more festival this summer, doing live
Good.
broadcasts from the shows. Just trying
Well,
to get touch
yeah.
base with some artists, see what's going on.
Come rinse
Yeah.
it out with us at the third 403 D&BBQ because
Yeah.
it's going to be massive.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
I would
it'll
like
be
that very
massive.
much.
You belong there.
You're kind, sir.
Because you know your music, and that's a place where people go to listen to music that people actually want to listen to.
There's
not
no
people
bros.
that
There's no bros.
No
No.
bros. No
No
bros.
bros.
It's so legit. There you go. That's the word I
No
was looking
bros.
for. No bros.
That's what happened to Shambhala, is all the bros came.
Yeah, it got broy as fuck for a couple years. Wasn't too shabby last year. It was all right.
I'm actually sure because of that situation, the word broy was created. It's the only way to describe the situation. Thus, a new word was created. I am not lying. Check it out. It's in the Urban Dictionary. I will be putting it there in the next couple hours.
I remember when you said bro, it used to mean you were talking to a good friend.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you're talking about this shitty music that
No,
Guidos with no shirts
No,
on.
no, what it is like back when we used to go to all-hour raves, it was the sweaty guys with their shirts up in the arms at the back of the party doing that back-and-forth march
At
thing.
least they weren't bad.
Yeah, no.
Nowadays, they're worse.
Yeah, well,
They're right up front doing that
Yeah,
shit.
Those guys kept to themselves.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they're usually surrounded by
Dude,
Asians.
no word of a lie. Yeah, there's.
The army
That's a
of
ver-
Asians you have to like dance through to get to the front. I miss
such
I
an
miss
effort.
those days, but that was half the fucking fun, man.
Exactly. You don't get up front to dance to Lisa Lashes unless you fucking go through a bunch of crouched water bottle Asians.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And those guys knew what was up. Too.
kicking water bottles at people dancing at you.
Get
Accidentally.
back and forth.
They were looking at us like, look at these stupid white boys at their first rave. It's like they're crouched over, drinking their water, like, we know what's up.
Yeah.
They're fucking stomping. They're like,
I got matching different colored pants with all my friends' white gloves, spiky hair, just raving in the corner, jumping around.
check out my new lime green pants with 18 pockets. I just bought them from Ferocious.
I did. I have 2 pairs. I still have a pair of my gray.
I wish I still did, but my
Lithiums.
mom threw all that shit out.
Lithiums. I have a pair
Yo.
of gray. I used to have a pair of gray and a
High
pair
five.
of baby blue lithiums. I still have my gray
Lithium
pair.
for days.
Dude, they
I
have.
had, like,
I got a
8
water
pairs of
bottle
those.
pocket, a fucking cell phone pocket, 2 cargo pockets that flip out that have 6 pockets inside of those. A little flap that rolls down. It's got what 6 more fucking pockets in it. You know, like
About 18 drug pockets,
Yeah.
18 the asshole and the
drawstrings coming
All
out of
Jonah
every
pockets.
fucking where. Yeah, those were fun, complicated
Where are the
pants.
days?
Go through the
God
bouncer,
damn
you're
it.
like, check my pockets.
Oh yeah, dude.
Go ahead, check my backpack, because everything's on me.
But it's so bad now. Like back in the day, it was like they're like they maybe made you take your shoes off, you know?
Yeah.
Like nowadays, nowadays it's like going through fucking airport security to get into a club and shit.
I remember back in the day, Mom, I'm sorry, but I remember, like, smuggling about, like...
Turns the microphone over.
Oh, yeah. I'll turn it over again. I remember, like, you know, going to Magic with, like, 40 hits of acid, being irrelevant, not knowing how stupid it was to be doing what I was doing.
When you were young, man, the thing.
Walk in there with it. The thing is, it wasn't even mine. I'm doing this for a friend for $20. Like, no, you don't do that.
Hold this business
Kids
card,
don't
okay?
do that. Don't ever smuggle drugs for your friends.
Kids just don't
smuggle
do drugs.
at
Just
all.
don't do
Yeah,
drugs, kids.
Just stick to your
Smoke some
goddamn
weed,
rub
yeah.
and herb.
Smoke some weed,
That's all you
maybe
need in life.
maybe a little bit of mushrooms if you're one
Yeah,
of those
just a
weird
pinch,
fuckers and
just
shit.
a
You need
pinch.
a
Just
little
pinch.
reality altering moments, you know.
I remember this sketchy fan, this older lady. I was finished playing the set at the after hours, and she came up to me and I thought she was trying to give me ecstasy, and I was like, no, I'm good. And she made me forced me to take it. I put it in my hand, and it was peanuts.
See, that would have killed me. I'm deadly allergic to peanuts. That bitch would have murdered me. No way. That's terrible. She should not have done that.
Yeah, that's not a good snack to bring to the after hours.
At the after hours. Imagine if I was at the Imagine if I was with you at that after hours, and I was like, okay, I'll eat some of her shit too.
Oh my god.
And it's like, and then it's like 8 in the morning. Everyone's tweaked out
got a
at
bunch
an
of
after
sketchy
hours.
ravers standing
and I'm
around
like
you, don't know
joking,
what to
like,
do.
I'm dying. They're like, oh, he's so high. Yeah.
This guy's got sick moves.
It's like this girl's DJ. She'd probably be the only one that would recognize it. Like, oh, no, stop the track. Everyone's like, yeah,
No,
he's
no,
dying.
you don't stop the
Oh
track.
my god, he's actually, yeah, don't.
And then when you screaming peanuts, people think you're saying penis. You remember the Peanuts video?
Too much penis. Too much penis. Way too much penis.
I don't know, I had a children's video with the Peanuts cartoon, and it just sounded like they're screaming penis the whole fucking
Remember that?
trailer.
Remember that? Don't you put it in your mouth?
Yes,
Yes.
I sing that to this
Put it
day.
in your mouth. An apple or a beet. Like
Those things.
They were like, I thought they were mothballs.
They're like Muppets.
Oh, no, dust bunnies. Sorry, dust bunnies, not mothballs.
Whatever they were fucked up.
Okay, there was
That was some
another.
twisted ass puppets.
We grew up with weird shit. Like if you go
Yeah,
back,
I know.
Netflix just dropped all these new fucking, well, not new, but old school Bugs Bunny and Aladdin tales, or
It's twisted.
yeah, dude, it's some racist, twisted shit, man.
They put up fucking the Ren and Stimpy first season. Do you remember Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah, I love that.
Got the
That's my
fucking DVD
favorite.
set.
Holy shit. No, I haven't seen it for 10 years, and watching it a month ago, I was like, oh my god. My mother used to let me sit downstairs and watch this with my brother.
That's why we have this
Who's
sense
younger
of
than
humor
me.
that we do, though.
Probably,
Come on,
that's
Ren and
why
Stimpy
we're all
desensitizes
twisted,
us as children.
We didn't even catch
Yeah.
on to it, but our brain's just soaking it in, you know?
No wonder I like doing drugs and having consistent sex. 'Cause that's what Ren and Stimpy did.
Really?
Thanks.
I don't remember sex episodes.
Yeah.
Cow and Chicken was good, or what? Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, that one was the next one, yeah.
That was one of my favorites.
Now we got like South Park and.
Oh, dude, South Park
sorts
is
of-
legendary.
South Park
great.
is the only fucking cartoon that still suffices to this day.
If you don't like South Park, I can't be your friend.
And you
Just
know what?
please stop
Shout out to
listening to this.
Simpsons because I always have to defend Simpsons in my family dinner. So Simpsons fucking rocks.
And to this day, I'm sticking by my word.
Taught me a lot of valuable information.
You know what? I hated
my sentence.
I hated Family Guy for 8 years until probably 2 months ago. And then I started watching it on Netflix. And I'm like, oh my god. But the only episodes I like are when it's focused on Brian and Stewie. So I think I like twisted motherfuckers and smart human beings.
Have you seen?
That's how I look at it.
Have you seen the crossover from Simpsons and Family Guy?
No, I haven't seen that
Oh
yet.
my god!
Yeah, I heard.
Oh my god.
None of you guys have seen this?
No, I know.
Oh.
Yo, you can't like download it.
No,
You can't. No, I've tried every website I've tried.
I've
I
got
could torrent it if I want to.
I don't know. Yeah, go to Put
I'm
Locker.
going to,
Go to
yeah.
Put Locker.
Chris has got a big O face right now.
Yeah,
Oh.
We'll talk off air. We'll talk off air. I'll show you how to get this.
Sweet. Perfect.
Legally, I will show you how to get this.
Yeah,
legally.
exactly. That's all we're about is legal
Just got a
things.
legal disclaimer. My non-existent lawyer made me say this. Yeah.
Have you seen the YouTube video of Richie Houghton pushing the speaker?
The speaker?
Yeah.
He apologized and said what did he say? Just meant to like shake it to tell her to stop videotaping or something. But it literally looked like he like Hadouken a fucking speaker.
Oh yeah.
Hadouken!
I miss those games, fuck.
It boggles my mind that people like Deadmau5 are buying fucking Lamborghinis.
I
Yet,
know.
Yeah, people like DJ Hype are still rocking pit bulls in a fucking $20,000 Cadillac. I don't know if that's actually what he drives, but what I'm saying
It's got
is
gold rims,
one of the
though.
best goddamn drum and bass DJs in the entire world. One of the gurus of drum and bass, one of the pioneers of the music that we listen to today, is making less money than some fucking schlub that is pressing buttons in front of hundreds of thousands of people. And that's what pisses me off in the scene.
Now,
I know you didn't ask it, but that's what pisses me off in the scene.
and that's a moment with Matt. You know what really grinds my gears?
Thank you, Chris, for not making me sound like an arrogant asshole. Can you put that before my rant?
I'll cut that in. Yeah. And today's episode of What Really Grinds Matt's Gears.
Oh, shit.
I'm just going to leave it like this, I think.
I had a really good point, but I lost it now.
Yeah.
After that rant.
You got one of your questions?
One of my crazy ones? Or
Yeah.
just
Carly's always got these wicked questions of the day she like ponders. She's very
She was the only
she's
one
very
that stumped me.
philosophical, yeah. She comes to me with these crazy questions all the time that she must, like meditate on almost.
Dude, that's why you always need a pretty
Okay.
girl to have beside
They're really
your work.
bizarre though, like, can you cry underwater?
Huh?
It's really random.
Do you have a
like that.
bathtub you want to drown me in? And then I'll try.
Was that a threat?
I have no idea. I probably can. I'm a big crier. Like, fuck. I'll watch a lot of shit and I'll cry.
You pull out the notebook, it's on.
Game over. I'll tear up. Like, seriously, no word of a lie. You can ask Andy, and yes, put this on record. I walked into the house after seeing Cut Chemist and DJ Shadow play the Africa Bombata set.
Yeah.
I walked home, walked into the house in tears. I was crying. It was so amazing. It was the most phenomenal couple hours of my life.
It was also like minus 30 out.
I know. I should say I walked home. I walked into the home. Oh, no, I got a ride home in a Cadillac smoking a fatty. But I walked into the home, literally tearing up. It was so phenomenal.
Well, he honestly,
Hearing
like-
some of the legends of any DJing, like DJing in general, like Shadow and Cut Chemist, with all of Africa Bombata's like museum-worthy tunes. Like, they got to rinse out the Museum of Africa Bombata and play those tunes and go on tour with them. It was phenomenal.
Oh, that sounds dope.
Beautiful thing I've ever heard.
He came and woke me up and was literally like, had a huge smile on my face and was almost like
Turn off the mic.
Yeah, but still really.
Turn off the mic now, guys.
And he was still like almost like tearing up, and I'm like, "What's wrong, babe?"
So
he
good.
looks at me, he's like, "It was so good. It was the best show I've ever seen."
It really was. It hit home. I've heard Shadow several times. I've heard him in the Shadow Sphere. I've heard an intimate set by him at Commonwealth. But seriously, hearing him in Cut Chemist with African Bambaatas tunes, like rinsing 45s, it was beyond dope.
That was touching.
I'm actually tearing up right now.
It was amazing, man.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
It really hit home for me. It was one of the best hour and a half sets I've ever heard in my life.
But isn't that why we're here, man? Isn't that why we do it?
Exactly. That's
Like,
why we all do what we do.
We're actually in a room. There's 4 fucking musicians in here, all DJs. All started with the love of the music and progressed, you know?
Exactly.
And it's because of those fucking moments, man.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's what it's all about. We all do what we love to do. Whether we're making a penny or nothing, it doesn't matter. We do this because we love to.
Like, one of my favorite moments in history was with Carly in Thailand at Sands, Rhythm and Sands. It was like this little festival on the beach in Friction.
I was playing that night with Friction.
You opened.
I opened for Friction.
Opened for Friction.
Really?
Yeah.
I played after him, actually.
Yeah, it was after Friction, but it was right when the Harlem Shake came out.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so Friction just crushed it. Carly comes on and she's just being herself, rocking the fucking place out, right?
Dope.
And then she finishes her set with the Harlem Shake.
I
man.
had to.
Yeah,
That's
it was
dope.
the
That's fucking
coolest,
right.
most
Right when
epic-
it was
yeah.
getting rinsed by the world? That's perfect.
And everybody was just like, "Bop, bop, 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 bop," like it was the most touching, awesomest, surreal fucking moment
Yeah, dude.
I'd ever touched, and I'll never forget that moment. It was like, you know, we're across the world, and just, it was fucking insane. Yeah, I was so proud of you for that.
That is
so
so
neat,
dope.
man.
And that's how I just getting
Those
to experience.
moments,
Yeah.
right?
And that was what, like, I swear to God, it drove me batshit crazy that this girl wasn't beside me. But I swear to God, that was, when it comes musically wise, it was one of the most beautiful sets I've ever heard. They had just a white screen behind them. They were doing their own visuals of old school hip hoppy greatness.
I bet you it was humbling as fuck.
Cities. It was. It
One of
was.
those sets where you're like, I need to go
Seriously,
home and practice.
It was one of
I love those nights.
Shadow came on and he's like, yo, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 techs. We got 6 techs. And he gave us his 5-minute spiel of, we literally got to go into African Bambaatas fucking like dictionary of hip hop and choose the best records.
The archive.
Literally, he's like, when we're done this tour, we have to bring those records right back there. This is all about their music, but there's no better 2 people than fucking Cut Chemist and Shadow to rinse that tour out, because it was money, dude. It was the most beautiful hour and a half of music. It was just brilliant. Everything about it was just brilliance, and their own it was one of those shows you could literally be sitting down and just watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was actually one of those shows you could just sit and watch.
Okay, so
It was way too much fun to dance.
It was. Like, that's what you realize every time I try and explain it,
Yeah.
I stumble, and because it was that good. I stumble on words to describe how dope it was.
that's when you know it was like one of those awe-inducing moments.
You know what? That's how I felt when Lilico literally, Chris Guru, I love you, literally said, come play our DJ comp. And it's been years since I was playing. Like, before then, I was still rinsing vinyl. I never played Serato. So I was like, okay, I'll come play. I burnt 2 CDs and literally just played those 2 CDs back. And he's like, yeah, you won. You killed it. I was like, awesome. And he's like, yeah, I want you to be a part of Come Correct. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. And it was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I will never, ever live down the fact that I'm so happy to have that experience after years of not playing. Because I'm with a great crew. They're great people, and I love and respect every one of them. And I'm happy that they gave me the opportunity to rinse out with them. It's
Awesome,
dope.
man. Yeah,
It's
I'm
tight.
really stoked to see what comes, man. Yeah, like I said, you popped up out of nowhere, and now you're just like,
Yeah, I know,
like,
yeah.
the hammer.
I know.
So I'm
I'm
really,
ready to rumble. I'm back and I'm ready to rumble. I want to enjoy doing what I used to love doing. Like from 15 years old, getting Tech 12s for Christmas from my mom, playing fucking Lisa Lash's Hard House, like to getting fucking white labels in London. Like I've always loved it, but I disowned it for a stupid reason.
I would go back to vinyl if, well, CK, it's a little bit of a different thing to say here, okay? Because like I love controllerism. You know, there's the possibilities for live remixing and like plus producing. I can write a song and then play it live on controllers. I can't do that with a record, you know. And then like when we come up to the CDJ thing, it was like, well, I love CDJs because I can hotkey and reset that track like 500 times faster than finding that fucking needle, depending on how many drinks I've had and how dark it is.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not sure how this might turn out. So like I call it like a fail safe, you know. I would much rather go with the fail safe, right? But as I get older and I respect it a little bit more, I'm getting less drunk when I play. You know, starting to be a little bit more mature about it, I guess. And I would go to records if they had a fucking vinyl record machine that you could print. You know, like plop your record on there, it'll cut the wax for you. You know, there's your song, and you can erase it and go back. You know, once CD technology kind of reaches the wax capabilities.
Yeah.
You know, I would go back to wax for that. You could print out your records for the night, you know, or
exactly,
and then you have
man.
that physical, you know, if you don't, after a while you get tired of playing that, you can, you know, put on a new track and learn that one. But I think that having that physical copy is very important, you know,
And
for
That's how I am with
that's
my
why-
mixes. I make sure that people like really want that mix because sometimes they buy it, you know, and then they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna hold on to this. Whereas
Well-
like sometimes my friends, I just give them CDs. They're like, ah, fuck.
Exactly.
Someone stole it. Who cares?
Well,
I fucking don't care.
that's the access too. It's like, oh
Same
fuck, I'll go
kind of
download
idea.
another one. Everybody's got one on Facebook. Fuck, you know, I got
Yeah.
3 mixes on my feed a day. Come on.
I mean, nowadays, like fucking having an all vinyl set is a big deal.
It's advertised.
if
It's
you
actually like
exactly.
advertised.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
like big deal. It's like in Neon Lights,
Promoters
it's like,
will advertise like this guy is going to be playing an all vinyl set, and people are like, dope.
But a lot
It's
of
a
a
big
lot of
deal.
gigs you go to now don't even have fucking turntables anymore.
Exactly. Fuck, man. I've got 1,000 goddamn drum and bass.
I think even less now.
From the age of
Oh, yeah.
15 to 21 years old, I rinsed out phonics every day after school. Like I said, that $10 a day, it'd go to a
Well, it's
fucking
economically.
5-bag and then records. Yeah.
You go to a show, you honestly have to request turntables, and even then, sometimes they'll be like, nope, we have CDJs, you have to...
Not with Come Correct.
Yeah, well, Lilico on your side.
Just throwing that
Fucking
out
right.
there. Yeah.
With all
No,
the
Lilico rinses CDJs. He loves his CDJs.
But it's still
It's
nice.
fucking Darren, who still loves that. Well, everybody. We all love that vinyl feel.
Yeah.
If he had the vinyl.
Lilico rinses reggae vinyl like nobody. That guy has the best goddamn reggae collection of vinyl anybody could ever imagine. Holy fuck. I swear to God. it's ridiculous. Yeah, his reggae vinyl collection gets my dick hard for sure. Lilico knows what's up.
Hey, I just wanted to touch base back on all the different gear you're talking about, you know, vinyls versus digital CDs, controllers. I kind of like the fact that it's all mixed media, to be honest, and it's all kind of getting a little bit crazy. That's like, where's it gonna go? You know, it's more live acts now coming
I agree.
out, and that's kind of the direction I want to go personally. And I just like seeing what everybody has to bring to the table. They can be a little more unique, a little more creative, right?
See, one of my most favorite shows that I played ever since I started DJing again after that hiatus was when I was playing the Optiv show several months ago. That's when we first started dating. And I was playing Serato into vinyl, into like it was a mashup. It was an absolute mashup, and I love that. I just think no one should
Shouldn't have to
Make-
stick to anything, right?
exactly. Don't stick
boundaries.
to what. Don't make boundaries. Making boundaries for yourself, like, okay, the only way I'm gonna be able to DJ is if there's 2 fucking CDJ 1000s that I played at my friend's house, and that's it. Whatever, that's irrelevant. I respect anybody who is trying to make an impact positively on the scene they're trying to promote and respect. Whether it's you want to promote and respect your breaks, your drum and bass, your house, I don't care. The best part about this city right now is everything is blowing up. The drum and bass scene has never been better than right now.
Yeah.
The house scene is phenomenal right now.
Some strong things coming out of
There's
Came right back.
very strong, like even producing wise, like
Breaks are boss. They got the break scene locked up.
exactly,
There's-
like Isis Graham is killing the house scene.
Dylan
like,
Kennedy over at Atomic Zoo.
exactly, Kennedy destroying it at Zoo.
Casey and Substation.
Exactly,
Yeah.
403 D&B destroying the D&B scene. Come correct, destroying everything reggae. We have a great city going on right now, and all I gotta say is fuck the hate. Just everybody respect
Fuck the hate,
it.
just play it great.
Support.
Yeah, fuck the hate.
Yeah, there you go.
appreciate.
What this beautiful woman that I love so much.
What-
Fuck the hate, appreciate.
What was that? What did you say?
Say it, Andy.
Say it into the microphone, Andy.
Slowly and
To
steadily.
hate, appreciate.
That wasn't sexy. I'll say it sexy. Fuck the hate. Appreciate. But yeah, it's all one love. There's been a lot of hate going around nowadays, and it's not worth it.
And we're all guilty of it. And
We are. We're
I mean,
all.
as long as everybody grows from it, you know what I mean? There needs to be
Exactly.
We've all learned
growth.
from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like been there, done that. What can we do now?
And
I
hope-
mean, there's not many cities in this country that you can actually sit down and talk to good friends and good DJs and good people and rinse out for an hour and a half and then throw you a good mix and have that thrown out.
I feel like a
Mad
lot of
respect to you two. Like, that's amazing.
I
Yeah,
feel like a lot of
fucking
people
rights.
that came into this scene were all outcasts in the beginning, you know, and that
Oh
all
yeah,
kind
we're
of
all
came together.
We're all freaks.
You know?
Exactly.
And now
exactly.
and now it's just like everybody's kind of trying to tear a strip off each other kind of thing, and it
Exactly,
shouldn't
and
be like
I
that.
don't like that.
I think it's just misinformation, man.
It is. And everyone should be informed that it's stupid to be misinformed. That was deep. Fuck
That
off.
was so deep.
so deep.
I'm gonna
Better write that shit
I'm
down.
gonna add like the gosling sound
Recorded that
effects
shit,
of like.
okay?
Blowjobs and rainbows.
What was that, like UFO landing or something, or what was that?
Which one?
You didn't feel that big
Oh, fuck.
vibration that just came in?
Oh, that was me laughing.
No.
Oh, right now?
No, it was like a minute ago. Come on, you didn't hear that?
Oh. No, that was me. Oh.
It's probably me getting.
It wasn't just me. Come on now.
I heard something.
Get out your
I
tinfoil
was trying
hats,
to not
people.
distract
Yo,
what's
the
happening.
girls heard it. We didn't.
Yeah, it's on that frequency.
That's on it.
There's a cat frequency.
We're lost for words.
Bass kitties over there like.
Yeah. Fetching colorful balls and shit. What a brilliant woman.
I know. I'm so proud of our cat that she can fetch.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the most beautiful little kitten I've ever
Apple
seen.
of my eye. All right. So, should we play the game?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's time.
We're gonna finish this off with a game here.
Hell
okay?
yeah.
All three of you guys can play. Okay. You
Yes.
guys gotta decide together on a final answer.
Okay.
All right. So what we're gonna do? Everybody knows what a rider is. When a DJ comes, they have a contract, and that contract is a rider. It says the equipment they need, the things extra on that they would like. All right. Well, what I have here is a list of 8 requests from DJ riders. Okay. And it's either gonna be from Mr. Steve Aoki or from the Groove Armada. Okay, these are your 2 choices. All right. All of these demands have came from these guys as riders. You just have to tell me whose rider it came from. Okay.
Steve Aoki or Groove Armada.
Yeah.
Those are okay.
Steve Aoki.
2 rider choices.
Yeah. All right. No. So you have to pick which one this rider request I'm going to tell you belongs
Fantastic.
to you. Okay. All right. So the first one, 4 confetti blast machines.
Aoki.
Groove Armada.
Groove Armada. What do you
I
think?
say Armada.
You
as
say
well.
okay. We're going.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be unanimous. So we'll say they have 2 more votes. You're on your own.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
You guys are saying Groove Armada.
I think so.
All right. It's actually Aoki.
Ah.
The
I've actually
ladies got
seen
it
Armada,
trimmed.
and I've seen the
Well, we
confetti
actually have
blasters,
to-
okay?
It's okay. No hard feelings. We're having a friendly game here. Okay. I guess I shouldn't do this while everybody's shit faced at the end of the show.
How about
wiggity,
really?
wiggity,
It's all
what?
good. It's all good.
All right. Okay. Next one. You guys ready for this? Next one. 1 large cheese pizza.
Armada. For sure. Those motherfuckers definitely love pizza.
Aoki?
I would say Aoki.
All right. It looks like your answer is Aoki. These girls are not siding with you whatsoever.
I know. I
I
know.
think they're actually just like,
All the
let's
questions.
just say
Yeah, let me
whatever
guess.
he doesn't like. Okay.
I'm right again?
The answer is Aoki.
Well, it was
Fuck.
one pizza, right? So one
Nice.
dude.
All right.
We can't even do shots.
So
There's
it-
no booze left.
I think what this is turning into is girls versus guys. So I'm just gonna come in there right now,
That'll
and
work.
now it's the ladies versus Mr. Wigginz.
Perfect.
All right. So far the score is
I'm gonna
1-1.
lose.
All right.
No man has ever won against
re-
two girls. Go ahead. Sorry.
All right.
All right. Okay. 2 identical fridge magnets of interest.
What?
That is so fucking awkward.
Two-
Definitely
I know.
Groove Armada.
2 identical fridge magnets with local interest.
I'm gonna go with him on this, Groove Armada.
Yeah. That is Aoki's too stupid to do that.
I would see, yeah, Armada.
You guys going Groove Armada? It is Groove Armada.
Oh, what?
So should we all just like
So
hug?
everybody, so it's
Chaz
pretty
has
much
that.
2-2, I guess.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
say 2-2.
Yeah, we each get a
All right. Okay. Next one. 1 whole lemon, 1 twig of ginger, and a bottle of organic honey.
Oh fuck! I could see Steve Aoki trying to be
Yeah,
like
some
that.
hippie shit going on. I don't know.
Ooh,
Well,
look at
wasn't it
me.
Aoki who wanted the cheese pizza?
Oh, yeah.
So this
Oh.
is pretty hippie, I would say.
Yeah.
We going Groove Armada or we going Steve
I
Aoki?
think I'm gonna go with Armada.
I'm gonna go with her on this
You-
Groove
yeah.
Armada.
Girls are saying Groove
I'm
Armada.
going with fucking Aoki.
The answer is Aoki.
Ah! See?
Totally misled you.
It's all good.
That's
It's all
stupid.
good.
All right. So it's 3 for Matt, 2 for the girls.
Oh snap!
Next one coming up. 30 large towels.
Oh my god.
Armada.
30
Wow.
large towels.
No, Aoki, I
He's
think.
gotta go
Yeah,
like
he jerks off
Yeah,
a
between
lot.
his legs.
Wiping off the cake off of his fans' faces
Yeah.
so he doesn't get sued. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely Aoki. 30 towels. Probably has to
What do we
throw a
wanna
cake
do?
and a towel.
I don't know. I said Armada.
Okay, I honestly think it's gonna be Aoki, but we'll go with her answer.
You going with Groove Armada?
I'm trying to.
And you're
yeah.
going with Aoki?
Yeah.
That's 3 for Matt, 2 for you guys.
Oh.
No, I haven't given the answer yet. I'm just saying the score. Don't get too disappointed.
Oh shit.
It's Groove Armada.
Oh, we win.
Oh, what?
It's now 3-3.
Shitty.
3-3, Matt.
I'm gonna let them ask first.
Oh, you
you
let
guys have to agree on an answer.
I said it first.
Yeah,
They've been
Oh yeah, they
Yes,
did.
it
I
We've
don't like
actually
that.
agreed
They're
a lot.
agreeing. I don't like them agreeing. This is not working in my favor.
All right. You guys ready for the next one?
Yes.
6 pairs of men's underwear. 6 pairs of men's
Aoki.
underwear.
Aoki.
6 pairs of men's underwear.
So if I say Aoki, which it obviously is, because he's fucking weird, like, no, screw that. Groove Armada for sure.
Aoki.
Oh,
For
what?
sure.
We
So-
need one more high five on that. Oh.
So does that make it 3-3? Is that what it is
I
now?
think it's.
Yeah. Is this a tie?
No, it's 4-3
Oh,
now.
4-3 for the girls.
Oh, I
Four-
got one up.
No, it is 4-3 for the girls. That's right.
What up?
Okay.
We need
This-
like the Mario
you
sign.
need to get this.
What up?
All right. This is going to come to a split decision. And
Okay, let's do this.
I
This is
get
the
this
game
last
winner.
question.
this is the last question.
Okay.
Okay, so
game-
you have to
game
win
changer.
this to make a tie.
That's okay. If it
All
comes
right.
to sudden
A
death,
tiebreaker.
if it comes down to sudden death, rock, paper, scissors.
Perfect. I like it.
All right.
I'm
For the final question of the Rider Challenge question challenge.
Dope.
48 cans of Heineken.
Groove Armada.
Oh, Armada for sure.
Armada.
We all won that one.
You all won that one. That means the girls win it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Another high five for me.
It's crazy what nice titties and pretty faces do.
And right answers.
And right answers.
It's not just the boobs
Pretty
and the
brains.
bums.
And right
Yeah,
answers.
pretty brains.
That'll do. A doobie from 2 pretty girls after losing from them. I'll take the
I'll
joint.
take it.
Reap the rewards of losing. All right.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks like we're I guess we're out of time here.
How long have we
So
done this?
yeah, any shout outs you want to get out there, man? Anything you
Shout
wanna
out
say?
to my Come Correct boys, Ed, Scott, Chris, Lilico.
Candace.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm not done yet. I was taking a hoot. Candace. Oh my God. Deanna. I love all of you. I love you all to death. Big shout out to Come Correct. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the love. Thanks for all the support you've given me and bringing me a part of your crew. It's nothing better. Sorry, I've had a few rums. I love you.
All right, and if they want to find you online, were you checking out your SoundCloud?
Wigginz with 3 Z's.
Wigginz, www.soundcloud.com/Wigginz.
Wigginz.
Is that 2 G's, 1 G?
WIGGINZZZ.
There we go.
And please go on there sooner than later because you're going to have a sick exclusive mix from this show.
Yeah, keep it locked.
It'll be a selector and a half.
Next week, we'll be releasing the official Rum and Bass exclusive from the only Matt Wigginz in this
It'll
room.
be full of dirty dub plates.
Promising some dirty dub plates,
Oh,
so
yeah.
be excited for that. Stay tuned.
Some dirty dub plates. Just a few.
Well, thank you, Matt and Andy, for coming on the show. You guys
Thank
have been
you.
awesome. It was
You
great
two
fun.
are amazing.
Thank
I
you
love
guys.
you both.
I feel like I
That's
got
dope.
to know you a lot better,
Yeah.
so.
Mad respect.
All
Well,
right.
I think we've all been in the scene for a really long time, so it's nice to get, intertwined, like, get to know
So
each
we
other
should all have a
and-
big makeout
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, all right.
All right, offline makeout
Yeah.
session happening.
All right, well, that being said, I'm going to sign off and say thanks for stopping by. Stay tuned. Until next week, and always keep it locked, live loud, and play it proud.
Live it loud.
Peace.